Hi students, in the last class I have given you an introduction of election. Now let's discuss what is election, which are the different type of election. So you know that what is election? Election is what choosing the representatives to form the government. Okay, it is a procedure of choosing the representatives of the people in order to run the government. Otherwise, we can see that in the textbook there is one definition is given. What is that accordingly? What is that? It is that choosing the persons by voting. How these persons are chosen? The representatives of our countries are chosen by the procedure of voting by the voters. Okay, voting by the voters. Why the voters are choosing these representatives by voting? In order to represent them. So, any person, MLA or MP is chosen from our area means they will represent the people of that particular area. So that it can be defined as it is a procedure of choosing the person by voting to represent the voters. The person who casts the vote, that person is known as voter. So the voter is choosing the person by the process of voting for what? To represent the voters. Why do they represent the voters? To form the government. These representatives, chosen representatives, they form the government. So that what happened? They will represent the voters. Voters means people of the nation. Is that clear for you, the definition? So election in a simple term we can say what is that? It is a process or procedure of choosing the representatives to form the government. Is that clear? Now who will contest the election? Now for choosing the voters, the election should be held, isn't it? So different parties are there to contest the election. Number of parties are there in our country like Congress, BJP, BSP, CPIM. So all the number of parties are there, okay. All these parties, they contest the election. So that, what is that? The political party means they have got a particular agenda. They have got a similar viewpoints. They have got their own, means their aim is to through the election to come to the power and do the service to the nation or rule the country according to the will of the people. For that purpose only political parties are formed. Okay. Then these political parties contest the election. So in the election we people choose the representative through the process of voting, and these representatives, the form representative means what? The party which wins the majority. Isn't it? The party which get the majority in the election, they are declared as the winners of the election. So that party will form the government. Is it clear? So we are going to discuss in detail about the procedure of election. In India, we have mainly two type of elections are there: direct election and indirect election. So in order to know this direct and indirect election, how it is held in different levels of our country, that means we should know the structure of our government. That is what we are going to mainly discuss in this video. What is the structure of the government? So accordingly, which are the type of election is held in different levels of our government. Clear? Children, see that we have got two type of government. We have got union government and state government. Okay. So union government, you see we have union parliament. Okay. Union parliament has got two houses. Which are the two houses? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Clear? The similar way, the state government also has got houses. Most of the time, all the states are having only one house. Otherwise, only for few states it has got two houses. Okay, which is that house? Vidhan Sabha. The single house of the state government is known as, what is that? Vidhan Sabha. Okay. Now, another name of this Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, we can call this Lok Sabha as you see, Union Legislative Assembly. Clear? The state level we can call it as Union Legislative Council. Is that clear for you? So, Vidhan Sabha also we can call it as State Legislative Assembly. We call it as State Legislative Assembly. Clear? Or if it has got Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad is there, then we can name it as with the State Legislative Council. So, we have got in India as a whole, there is a union government. So, for union government, we have got a parliament. We call parliament. The parliament has got two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha also can be called as Union Legislative Assembly or Union Legislative Council. And otherwise, we can also call Lok Sabha can be also known as lower house. It is also known as lower house. And the Union Legislative Assembly is known as Union Legislative Council is known as upper house. Okay. Now in the state level, which is the lower house and upper house, Vidhan Sabha is the lower house and Vidhan Parishad is the upper house. Vidhan Sabha is also called as State Legislative Assembly or upper house of the state. Vidhan Sabha is the lower house of the state. Vidhan Sabha is also known as State Legislative Assembly, and Vidhan Parishad is there. That is the second house of the state parliament. So that is known as what? State Legislative Council. But you see children, most of the states are having only one house, that is Vidhan Sabha. Only very few states in India are having two houses like Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. In the union level, we have Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So this is the structure of the parliament of union government and the state government. So for Lok Sabha, we said union parliament. Union parliament is set up for the country as a whole. So for union parliament, there is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So for union parliament, you see, for Lok Sabha, the Lok Sabha election is held in our country. Okay, the country is divided into several constituencies. You can see the several constituencies, the division. So it is divided into several constituencies. The Lok Sabha election is held in our country as a whole. So all the people, the voters, they cast their vote to choose the representatives to the Lok Sabha. Okay, there are 543 members seats are there in Lok Sabha. So there is a Lok Sabha and 543 seats. So all the 543 constituencies are set up in our country. So the election is held. So 543 members are directly elected. People are directly casting the vote for the members of Lok Sabha. So we can call Lok Sabha election is the direct election. Is it clear for you? So the second house of the parliament, the union parliament, it has got two houses. Which are the two houses? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay. So, for Lok Sabha, the direct election. So, you understood election is held in the country, all over the country. So, people are directly elected. So, direct election. Now, how the members of Rajya Sabha, the second house of the Union Parliament is elected is that there is no election held in our country for Rajya Sabha. Only the election for Lok Sabha is held. For the Rajya Sabha election, the members are already directly elected by the people, the Lok Sabha members. These Lok Sabha members are electing the members of Rajya Sabha. So here people are not directly electing the members of Rajya Sabha, but their representatives. That means their representative means the Lok Sabha members are the representatives of the people. They are directly elected. These Lok Sabha members or representatives of the people are electing the members of Rajya Sabha. So people are only electing the members of Rajya Sabha, but the thing is that people are not directly involved in the election of members of Rajya Sabha. How they are involved? They are directly involved in the election of members of Rajya Sabha, and they are indirectly involved in the election of the members of Rajya Sabha. Is that clear? So I hope that you understood the difference between the direct election and indirect election. So the Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the voters or people of the nation, and Rajya Sabha members are indirectly elected. How they are indirectly elected? They are elected by the elected representatives of the people. Is that clear? So So this is the difference between direct election and indirect election. Now, through the direct election, suppose the party which win the election, in the Lok Sabha election, the party which win the election, they form the government. Now presently BJP has won the last election, so they form the government at the center. So the BJP party members, they will choose their leader, and that leader will become the prime minister of the country. So the prime minister of our country is directly elected. That means Lok Sabha members are directly elected. So these directly elected members choose their head. So that prime minister is form the head of the country. So the prime minister of our country is directly elected. So Lok Sabha members are directly elected, and prime minister of our country also is directly elected. Now, members of the Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected, and they choose their head for Rajya Sabha. Who is that? President. So president is the head of Rajya Sabha. So president, we can say that president and his vice president, so they are indirectly elected. So there is no presidential election is held in our country. You know that. Only for choosing the prime minister there is election held, that is Lok Sabha election. So prime minister is directly elected. President and vice president are indirectly elected in our country. I hope that this point is very clear. And next we see this in the state level, what happens. In the state level also you see state legislative assembly election is held. We call it as assembly election. Recently in Bihar the election is going to be held. Okay. So in Jharkhand, you know who formed the government? Hemant Soren and his council of ministers formed the government. So we call state legislative assembly. Okay. In the state level we can call the parliament. State parliament has got 2 houses, but all the states do not have 2 houses. That is what Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Clear? Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. And so it's in the state level, state parliament. We can call it a state parliament or state legislature. Okay, the government has got 2 wings, you know that, legislature, executive and judiciary. We are discussing about the law making body that of the country, that is legislature. So you know that already I discussed that. Okay, the government, both the union and the state government has got 3 wings. Which are the 3 wings of the government? Legislature, executive and judiciary. These are the 3 wings of the government. It is there in both the state government and the union government. So legislature means law making body. So these people, they are elected by the people directly. So legislature has got 2 houses. This we are discussing about the legislature here. Okay, union legislature we already discussed. Union legislature is called union parliament. Legislature means always you have to relate with the term parliament. Okay. So union legislature or union parliament, we discussed that it has got 2 houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So state legislature has got 2 houses, Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Vidhan Sabha can be called as what? State legislative assembly. Always direct election is held in the assemblies, either in the union level or state level. Union level, then Lok Sabha or Union Legislative Assembly. In the state level, then we call it as State Legislative Assembly or Vidhan Sabha. So Vidhan Parishad is called State Legislative Council. So always Vidhan Parishad is related with the term council. So in the union level it is Rajya Sabha. Instead of Vidhan Sabha, union level there is Rajya Sabha. That is called Union Legislative Council. So always upper house. So this is lower house and this is upper house. Vidhan. So which is the lower house in the union level? Lok Sabha is the lower house and upper house is the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so lower house members are always directly elected. You understood? Lok Sabha members are directly elected. Similar way, Vidhan Sabha members or State Legislative Assembly members are directly elected. So in the state level, the members are who are elected by the people, they are known as MLA. They are known as MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly, MLA. Suppose in the state level, so in the Union Parliament, okay, the Union level, the members, the representatives are elected to the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, they are known as MPs. MP means Member of the Parliament. Is that clear? In the Union level, the members are, representatives are elected directly and indirectly, both the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha members are directly elected, Rajya Sabha members are indirectly elected. So they are known as MP. Together they are called MP, means Member of the Parliament. So the members are representatives are elected in the state level to both the Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Vidhan Sabha members are directly elected, Vidhan Parishad members are indirectly elected. They are called MLA. So MLA, the term always you have to relate with the state, Member of Legislative Assembly. So MP always, that is, you have to relate the term with Union. So Member of the Parliament. So MP can be either the member of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. MLA can be either the member of Vidhan Sabha or Vidhan Parishad or State Legislative Assembly or Vidhan Parishad, then State Legislative Council. But one fact you have to remember is that most of the states are having only one house, only one single house. Only very few states in our country has got the second house, Vidhan Parishad. Most of the states are having only one house, that is, which is that house? Vidhan Sabha. So those members are called MLA, Member of the Legislative. So MPs, MP means the Lok Sabha MPs are directly elected and Rajya Sabha MPs are indirectly elected. Now Vidhan Sabha members are directly elected, Vidhan Parishad members are indirectly elected. So who is the head of the Vidhan Parishad? Vidhan Sabha. The State Legislative Assembly, the election is held, assembly election is held. In our country, you see how many states are there in Jharkhand, you see. The map it is given. So the election is held in all the, how many districts are there? So how many districts are there in in every district the election is held. So what is the assembly election is held. So these MLAs are chosen directly by the people. So those MLAs will decide the Chief Minister of the state. Okay. So the Chief Minister will take the charge and he become the head of the state. So like that only Hemant Soren and his Council of Ministers are ruling the Jharkhand. Is it clear? So I hope that you understood about the direct election and indirect election. Now let us discuss the chapter. You see here in the chapter it is given the lesson. You see kinds of election. So here you see, first we discuss about democracy. Democracy is a form of government in which the people have the say. So already this we discussed in the introduction. What is democracy and what are the different form of government, everything. Then election is a procedure wherever persons are chosen by voting to represent the voters for running the government of. So understood what is election? It's a procedure of choosing the representatives. Then in modern society what happened? There are elections are fought among the political party, that you know very clearly, isn't it? Political party is a group of people okay, you understood. Okay, next is the kinds of election. This is not so important, but in the introduction part I discussed that what is the importance of contesting the election in a country. Next, the kind of election. First we discuss the direct election. What is that? People of India directly elect their representatives to the Lok Sabha. Now you understood the term. I explained everything. And State Legislative Assembly. So the members of the State Legislative Assemblies are known as MLAs, and members of the Union Parliament, they are known as MPs. So are directly elected by the people, and the members of the Lok Sabha are known as members of Parliament or members of the Lok Sabha. So under the existing political system, the elections held on party lines. You all know that different parties are contesting the Lok Sabha election. What is that? The party or combination of parties having the largest members, legislatures elect their leaders from the form among themselves, so who is made the chief minister or prime minister. That means after contesting the election, the party which win the election, how they win? If they have got maximum, their candidates won the election in different areas. Then suppose in the state legislative assembly, the maximum MLAs won the election of which party? That party will form the government and they will choose their chief minister in the state level. And if it is in the union level, they will choose their prime minister. Is it clear? So the direct election is very clear. Next we discuss the indirect election. How the indirect election is held? India has two types of legislature, both union and state level. The state level, only some states have what is that house called Vidhan Parishad. I told you, no, there is a state level, there is only few states are having two houses. Otherwise it has got only one house, which is that house Vidhan Sabha. Vidhan Parishad only few states are having. The legislative council or the upper house. So at the union level, the upper house is known as Rajya Sabha, which is permanent house. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Okay, it never dissolved after 5 years. Lok Sabha after 5 years it dissolved and new election is held. For Rajya Sabha it remains only 1/6 of the members are retiring from the Rajya Sabha. Only that 1/6 members are elected every year. Every year 1/6 of the members are elected to the Rajya Sabha. But for Lok Sabha, after 5 years, the whole house is dissolved. That is why we say Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. This you will study in detail in class 10 about why Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Okay. Then the election to the both houses of the state and the union level is indirect. Understood? The election of both houses of the state and the union level is indirect. How the representatives are not directly elected by the people. You understood? Rajya Sabha people are not directly elected. Here in the state level, Vidhan Parishad people are not directly elected. Now the elected representatives of the people elect the members of the upper house both at the center as well as the state. Upper house means what? Vidhan Parishad or state legislative council in the state level. Upper house in the union level is that what? Rajya Sabha or union legislative council. So there the members are indirectly elected. How indirectly elected? The representatives, the elected representatives choose them. Is it clear? So are elected. So this much only we discussed today. Okay, further paragraph we will be discussing in the next class.